Hey everybody, just want to give you a quick update on the video channel here. I know that some of you may have noticed that I haven't been around for about 3 weeks. No new videos have gone up, and that's just because it's summertime in Alaska, and during the summertime I take some extra leave from work. I take about 6 weeks off from work. Try to do a lot of things like heading down doing some fishing, but I got to do something pretty cool that added to the extended amount of leave I was taking. I flew down to Las Vegas, bought a brand new car for my wife, and I basically drove it up through Canada, having a heck of a lot of fun, seeing lots of sights, taking lots of pictures, and having one heck of a long drive, but having a lot of fun doing it. And that's why I haven't put up any new videos in the past couple weeks, because I just haven't been around to do it. Don't worry, I'm not going anywhere, and I have a lot of things planned for the future of the channel to bring you some really good reviews, some good tutorials, and some more fantastic content. So before I go anywhere, you're probably hearing my kids laughing in the background. There's nothing I can really do about it. They're playing Battle Block Theater right now. There's a game they love. It's on the Xbox 360, and they like to get a little rambunctious when they're playing it. So hopefully they don't drown me out too bad, but I definitely want to get this video up to let you know what's going on so you guys don't think I've disappeared since I've been around a little bit. Also let you know if you've sent me any emails or if you put any comments on the channel within the past 3 weeks. You may have noticed that today you all got responded to in emails. I was basically operating like a madman today, trying to get caught up on everything. Responding to all the emails, responding to all the comments on the channel, and trying to answer everybody as much as I can. Just want to cover a couple quick things from some emails on the video channel, because there's a lot of comments that seem to follow the same thread, so I just want to let you know what's going on with some of those. A lot of you are sending me questions and requests to do video reviews, and of course I'm always extremely happy to do video reviews, especially if I own the games. If I don't own the games, though, I do usually have to track them down, and I have tried to do various ways of tracking them down. I've contacted some of the developers, seeing if they're willing to send me any review copies, and now I'm not trying to beg about review copies or anything like that. It's just the sad fact is I only have so much money to spend on board games, and I kind of have a lot of money tied up right now on a lot of board games. So there's some games I can buy, and there's some games I really can't buy right now. That could change in the future, so if you sent me an email asking to see a video review of a game, and I'm unable to get it right now, just understand it's either because the producer of the game doesn't want to send me a copy, or I just don't have the ability to purchase the game right now. So that goes for Lewis and Clark. I contacted developers on that one, haven't heard back from them at all. Some of you were asking me for some Stronghold games. I'll let you know that Stronghold Games doesn't send me any review copies at all. So those are games I basically have to buy. So for La Granja, probably not a game I'm going to purchase, because everything I'm seeing on it makes me think it's too close to Caverna. And again, if I'm spending my own money, I try to keep my collection as varied as possible. I try to avoid buying a lot of the same games. And again, this isn't me complaining or anything like that. I just want to let you all know that I'm not ignoring you when you send these requests for these game reviews. It's just that if I can get the game, I'm more than happy to do a review of the game. If I can't get the game, then I either have to buy it, which means it has to be a game that I'm really, really interested in. And I try not to have a lot of the same games in my collection. So it has to be a game that does something a little bit different or improves on a gameplay mechanic enough to intrigue me to want to go out there and buy the game. So just again off the top of my head, Lewis and Clark, I'm going to have to hunt one of those down, hopefully find a copy of it. Again, La Granja is probably not going to be a go because too darn similar. And I know I shouldn't have made a list of this, because there's about 10 different games, about different emails I've gotten, and all of a sudden my brain is drawing a complete blank. But of course, I'm probably going to have a moment here in a few seconds as I start remembering them. But if I start rambling off, I'm not losing my mind. It's just late at night here. So to go on to further for the channel, before I left Tragedy Looper completely unfinished. And I have the gameplay video up, but unfortunately I haven't done the how to play or the final review of the game. And that's just because I'm going to reshoot those videos, because the sound quality was not the quality I like in my videos. So I'm reshooting those parts, even though you got the gameplay video. Short version of it though, Tragedy Looper is a really, really awesome game if you like the deductive games. Only downfall is it requires a really good, the game uses the term for the bad guy. I'm drawing a complete blank again. Maybe I should have planned this video better, but unfortunately I did it. Anyways, the bad guy who runs everything, it's really up to him to control things very well. If they fail to do that, the game falls apart. So little pressure on the person controlling the game, but if you have somebody who can do that really well, you're looking at a really, really awesome deductive style game. Next game I got up is Argent the Consortium, or as I like to jokingly refer to it, Harry Potter, the worker placement game. Now, of course, it's not Harry Potter, but it's wizards working in a university, trying to be the next dean of the college. So it's nice to joke around about, at least for me. Pretty good worker placement game. Probably not the best worker placement game I've played. Has a lot of extra bits to it to add a lot to the replayability, but it's definitely one of those games that's going to grow on you the more you play it. Don't want to give away too much. I'll talk about more when I give my final review of the game. Next thing I have planned is I have the game Bad Beats. Now, Bad Beats is from Stonemaier Games. I almost said Gary Games, their old name, but Bad Beats is basically Coup meets Love Letter, but made as a family game. And if you love Coup playing with adults and you want a game like it for the younger players 8 and up, buy this game. Anyways, my full review for that should be coming extremely soon. Also, look for a review for Magic the Gathering Arena of the Planeswalkers, or as I want to shout out to the internet, not HeroScape 2.0. People, please stop calling that. It's a disservice to this game because there are so many differences between this game and HeroScape. It's not HeroScape. This is probably closer to Dungeon Command than it is to HeroScape, but people keep liking to say it. Just because it uses hexes and just because they take 4 pieces of terrain from HeroScape to add to the game. It's not HeroScape, people. It's a good game. It's not HeroScape. Anyways, expect my full review of that hopefully next week. Bad Beats is going to come first after Tragedy Looper, but again, that's my plan. The next thing up is Super Dungeon Explorer. Now, this is a game I really wanted to get reviewed before Gen Con happened. Unfortunately, I'm kind of a fanatic about having my miniatures games all painted up, and falling back on my prior excuse, it's summertime and I'm just not finding the time I needed to go ahead and paint all these. So I think I'm just going to go ahead and bite the bullet and do the full review of this one, even though I only have the heroes painted. But this game is so awesome. I enjoy it so much, have a lot of fun playing with my kids, that I want to get the review done for this, especially since it's fresh and a lot of people are asking about it and comparing it to Arcadia Quest. So I'm going to take a few moments to actually compare it to Arcadia Quest and make sure that if you do pick up Super Dungeon Explorer, you're picking it up for the right reasons for your game group. Next up, Five Tribes. Five Tribes, not much to say about this game except for the fact that it's really freaking awesome. I know a lot of people like to complain that it causes a lot of analysis paralysis. Who cares? If you're having a heck of a lot of fun, just enjoy the game for the fact that this is an awesome strategy game. It plays very tactically, and I love these kind of games, so good review. Expect that to be coming from me. Don't hold me down on that one, but there'll be a review coming for that one probably before end of August. But if somebody holds me down on that one, I'll probably end up being wrong because I know I got Empire's Age of Discovery coming, and I know I want to review that one when it shows up. And hopefully, maybe with a little luck, I am really hoping that the new Crossmaster Adventure game will show up. So those will probably take priority over Five Tribes, especially since it's an older game, but do expect it to show up eventually. Next is Abyss, a game that I enjoy a lot, but I feel that this is one of those games that is going to get better with the expansion. I like the basic game, but for some reason, every time I play this game, I feel like there's just something missing. Not something missing in a bad way, but it just feels like there should be a little bit more to the game. And I'm hoping the expansion fixes that, and maybe I'm going to go ahead and email the producer of the game and see if he's willing to give me some subtle hints about what the expansion is going to add, because hopefully it's going to answer my problems. And again, problems is not the right word because the game doesn't have any problems, but just could use just a smidgen more to really draw me in. Other than that, it's a pretty good game. Also, I want to get some expansions reviewed. There are some games that I've had expansions for quite a while, and these are games that I really enjoy. Clash of Cultures, this Civilizations expansion, this is an expansion to what I consider my #1 civilization building game. Really awesome game, adds extra civilizations to the game. And now, while all these expansions may not be 100% balanced for every scenario, every board layout, and every single game you're going to play, the fact that they add civilizations for you to play just makes Civilizations even better as a game. Next up, Seven Wonders Babel. Want to get this reviewed. I also want to say that please stop making expansion for Seven Wonders. You're ruining what makes the game so fantastic. The fact that you have a civilization card building game that plays quickly. Cool expansion, but we don't need any more expansions for this game. Finally, Terra Mystica expansion. I like the expansion, but I'm going to say it right now, it's not an expansion that they needed to make. There's so much available for the game. This is definitely one of those expansions that's going to be for advanced players only. I know people like to ask, if I'm buying the base game, do I buy the expansion? No. Buy the base game, play it a couple dozen times, then look towards the expansion. That does add a lot of good things. And then finally, I want to do something really cool as a way to say thank you for all my subscribers, a way to say thank you for everybody who's been around for all this time, as a way to say thank you for all the people who were around when I was really sucky and terrible and did those horrible reviews that I can't even look at anymore because, well, they're my early ones and they weren't that great. Anyways, as a way to say thank you, I managed to purchase an extra box for Dungeon Lords. I'm thinking about doing some kind of giveaway, but I'm looking for your suggestions on exactly what I should do to do this giveaway. I'm looking for ideas from you. What would be the best way to do a giveaway for this box for Dungeon Lords, a game that you can find reviewed on my channel. And this will be a review or a giveaway just for the box itself. I'm keeping the game, but I think this will be an awesome giveaway and an awesome way to say thank you to everybody who's been with the channel for a long time, or even for the new subscribers. So leave those comments and give me some ideas and some suggestions for a really cool giveaway for a limited edition box that you're probably not going to be able to get for very much longer. Anyways, I just want to give you a quick update on the channel, give you a status of what's going on with the channel. If you have any questions, as always, leave them in the YouTube comments down below. You can always email me at offtheshelfboardgamereviews. That's otsbgr@gmail.com. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned for all these things that I plan coming up to you soon.